The Toronto Maple Leafs are making headlines again, and fans are buzzing with excitement. With a key defenseman returning to the lineup after a concerning injury, the stakes are high as we gear up for a crucial matchup. But hold on, one forward is set to be sidelined, leaving fans wondering about the impact on the team's offensive strategy. Stay tuned as we dive deep into the latest updates and what they mean for our chance at the Cup. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay in the loop on everything Leafs. Hey, Toronto Maple Leafs fans! We're diving into the latest updates from practice, and there's a lot to unpack, especially with the lineup changes and injury news as we gear up for the game against the Nashville Predators. First off, Jake McCabe is back in action after sitting out for precautionary reasons. He took a puck to the side of the head during Saturday's game against the Lightning, but thankfully, he's okay and ready to play. It's a relief to see him back because he's a key part of our blue line. Philippe Myers filled in admirably in his absence, even though he had that one slip-up that led to a goal from the Blackhawks. With Jani Hakanpää now on IR, Myers will have more opportunities to prove himself as the seventh defenseman, so it'll be interesting to see how he develops as the season progresses. In other news, Ryan Reaves has completed his 5-game suspension for that headshot on Darnell Nurse. He seems primed to return to the lineup, and that's a big boost for our physical presence on the ice. Unfortunately, this likely means that Alex Nylander will be the one stepping out of the lineup. Nylander has shown flashes of his offensive potential, but he hasn't done enough to secure his spot, especially after that bad penalty against the Blackhawks. I can't help but feel for him. He's been trying to make his mark, but with more regulars coming back, it seems he could be heading to waivers to join the Marlies. Max Domi and Max Pacioretty also participated in Tuesday's practice, which is encouraging. Berube mentioned that while Domi is closer to returning, Pacioretty still has a ways to go. Domi could be back in action soon, and that would be a huge boost for our offense. But with Pacioretty, it sounds like we might be waiting a bit longer. His return is still uncertain, but at least he's back on the ice, showing signs of progress. Looking at the forward lines, there's a notable change with Reaves stepping in for Nylander. This shuffle pushes Steven Lorentz up to the third line, and honestly, it's tough to argue with the decision given how well the top two lines have been performing lately. They've really gelled together, and I think Berube is smart to keep them intact for now. Defensively, we're seeing some significant shifts. With McCabe back alongside Chris Tanev and Morgan Rielly reuniting with Oliver Ekman-Larsson, we're hoping to solidify our defense. Philippe Myers is staying in the rotation, and it's about time we keep things fresh on the blue line. Timmins has had a solid start to the season, but a couple of recent games have opened the door for Myers to step in. I believe this is a smart move to keep our defense dynamic. In goal, Joseph Woll is set to get the nod against the Predators. It makes sense. He's been impressive and deserves the chance to build on his strong performance from the Lightning game. Anthony Stolarz did a fantastic job as the MVP in their last outing, so giving him a breather while Woll takes the reins seems like the right call. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe that these lineup changes are the right moves for the team? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, bringing back Reaves adds that toughness we need, but on the other hand, Nylander has potential that we might regret losing if he gets claimed off waivers. What do you think? Are we making the right calls as we head into the crucial stretch of the season? Jake McCabe is back on the ice, and for Toronto Maple Leafs fans, that's like music to our ears after what happened last Saturday against the Tampa Bay Lightning. If you caught that game, you know how nerve-wracking it was when McCabe took a puck to the neck. I mean, it was a terrifying moment that made us all hold our breath. Luckily, it seems like it wasn't anything serious, and seeing him return to practice on Tuesday is just the relief we needed. Now, let's talk about what McCabe brings to this team. He's been pivotal in solidifying Toronto's elite defense, especially alongside Chris Tanev. Their chemistry is undeniable. Tanev has helped McCabe become this fearless, rugged defender who's not shy about getting in front of a shot. And let's not overlook his offensive contributions. 5 assists so far this season. McCabe is definitely one of those players who keeps the pressure on, ensuring the puck stays in the offensive zone. Acquiring McCabe from the Chicago Blackhawks back in 2023, along with Sam Lafferty, was a move that Toronto absolutely needed. The package that included Joey Anderson and Pavel Gogolev was a small price to pay for the impact McCabe has had. As a fan, I can tell you, this trade is already looking like a win for the Leafs. With 157 points over 600 games played for Buffalo, Chicago, and Toronto, and an average of 138 blocked shots per season, McCabe is that unsung hero who makes a massive difference on the ice. Looking ahead, the Leafs need all hands on deck, especially with a struggling Nashville team in their sights. Nashville's record of 7-12-6 puts them at the bottom of the NHL standings, and you can bet the Leafs are looking to capitalize on that. But here's the thing. Will McCabe be ready to suit up against them? While his return to practice is a good sign, we still don't know his exact status for the game. I'm hopeful, but I'm also cautious. How do you feel about that? Do you think he'll be back in time? For me, having McCabe back means a lot for the team's defensive stability and overall morale. He's a key part of what makes this team competitive, and without him, we're missing that grit and determination on the back end. You have to wonder, does this mean the Leafs are ready to unleash their full potential against Nashville? As fans, we often debate the decisions made by the management. You might be wondering, was trading for McCabe the right call? Personally, I'm torn. On one hand, he's proven to be a significant asset. On the other, trades can be a gamble. But right now, I lean towards the belief that this was the right move for our team, especially given how he's played thus far. It's these kinds of strategic decisions that could make or break our season. I want to hear from you, though. What do you think? Are you feeling optimistic about McCabe's return? Or do you think we need to look for other options moving forward? Your thoughts and feelings matter, so drop your comments below. As we gear up for the next game, let's keep our fingers crossed for a strong performance from the Leafs. And hey, if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You won't want to miss any of the latest news and updates. And remember to hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let's go, Leafs!